Hey guys, Jason here for Chart Guys, taking a look at WORK. A lot of volatility the last couple of days and a lot of opportunity. So let's do a little bit of a breakdown and talk about how we could recognize some of these patterns. First, out of the gate, we saw a big drop with a low of 25.62 before a little bit of a bounce. And this was oversold on, well, a lot of time frames. We really spent most of the day oversold on the 5 minute at least. And if you look at this and you know patterns, this looks like a descending scallop pattern. And I always think of those as a big drop. And you see like a bowl shape on the bottom, and essentially I always imagine water coming down, it sloshes up the other side and then falls down. So there's like a little bit of a scoop and then just a plummet. So I'm always watching for these bowl shapes after a big drop and looking for a short position ultimately when we see that rounded bottom shape and then the bottom fall out again. It's a continuation pattern and usually goes to the downside. So here's that pattern, our high 26.13, low 26.62. So when would have been the time to sell this guy? You have a couple opportunities, and by sell I mean short. 25.62, we had almost a double bottom there on the 5 minute time frame, but momentum was well underway. So if we go to the 1 minute time frame and we take a very close look at what happened here, you can see that we are actually in a 1 minute uptrend. Here's at 25.62, we get a higher high. 25.63, higher high. We climb, we get a higher high, and then we start to see this incredibly tight range establish a base of support. Our next candle breaks our EMA 12 and 26 that we've held pretty consistently, and by setting that new low underneath the last attack at 25.88, and we see a drop, we see a back test, a rejection from that level, and a rejection from the confluence, and a EMA crossover, in fact, and that's when we start to see volume picking up and really pouring in the loss of that double bottom support at 25.63, and we see big moves to the downside after that. So a couple of key things to watch out for. Look for those very, very small time frame trend changes as you're watching for changes in overall patterns. If you recognize this as a descending scallop, you can zoom into the 1 minute time frame, and with your expectations that you're going to move to the downside, you can start scouting for those sub time frame changes. Now over here toward the end of the day, we had another nice opportunity, 2 minute downtrend. So here we are setting our highs, our lows, lower highs, lower lows. You get the story, and eventually we come down to this 24.18 level. Let's mark that level in here. Go back to the 1 minute time frame to look at that in more detail. Here's that break, a new low, and then we see big volume, a big lower wick. Nice green candlesticks. We get over that 24.18. We back test it, find it as support, open right at that level, and then we just take off. So that's a 2 minute trend change, and we see that back test on the 1 minute time frame. When you break over a resistance and you see it acting as support, it's often an indication of a more significant trend change, and in this case that 1 minute carried over into the 2 minutes and really saw well, the bulls step it up and take full advantage of this oversold opportunity, and ultimately hitting a high of 25.43. So inside this range, probably some opportunities as well. Let's do a quick look and see if we can find anything. Probably nothing to write home about here on this 2 minute time frame, but what we do see is a new support established. We have that higher low, and then we continue the upside there, and then a little bit of chop. So nothing as conclusive as these two nice patterns that we saw, that trend line, that trend, 2 minute downtrend conversion, back test, and continuation to the upside, and then this beautiful descending scallop. So just a couple things that you can watch out for when you're watching these high volatility tickers and a lot of volume coming in on these guys. There's always going to be opportunities. A lot of them are represented visually. You find them visually, or you react to them technically, and that's what technical analysis pretty much is. I hope that was helpful. If you want to learn more about technical analysis and how we do this and how we make money trading the charts, check us out, chartguys.com, or just leave a comment. I'll answer any questions that I can, and we'll take it from there. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic day, and thanks for watching my video.